Hey everybody, welcome back to Dress to Quest, episode 50. And find out what happens tonight, but you know, all of the players were asking for a beach episode, so we gave them a spa episode. Um and they did half of it, and then they'll kind of continue that at the beginning here. And then something will happen, of course, to ruin all their fun day. Because that's what happens here in Icewind Dale. Before we do all that, find out what's going to happen, we're going to go around the circle and see who everybody's playing tonight, once again. And we'll start with Idley.
Hi, I'm Idley. I'll be playing Erwina Dwin, your paladin druid for the evening.
Excellent. And Chris.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chris, and I will be playing Jinjak Wonderful, your human life cleric, tonight. Spa time. Enjoy.
Spa time. Humphrey.
Hi, I am Humphrey Wendell Wickham, and I'll be playing your mom. I'll actually be playing Kelevar Cobblestitch, Bard Gnome.
I didn't know my mom was playing D&D. What's happening?
And I'm proud of you.
And we're having a little bit of a folly with our fighter, so hopefully he gets here in time for anything to actually kick off. And but we do have our wonderful warlock back, Ark.
Hello everyone, I'm Ark or Ark Like Corp, but tonight I am Olivier, the Hexblade Warlock Blade Singing Wizard.
Isn't that a mouthful? It really is. Anyway, real quick, we're just going to go over our wonderful sponsors. If you can hear the music this evening, that's coming from our wonderful friends over at Fantasy Plus and Monument Studios. If you are looking for some dice, you can get those over at canadiandice.ca. And if you're looking to support the Misfits by representing either myself or Beaker Builds, you can get shirts over at dungeongrandmaster.com. I believe that's it for this show. We do have other sponsors. You can check those out on the Discord or when they pop up in the chat room. But for now, let's roll the intro. And we're back. The Northern Attitudes over the last couple months have been venturing across the land of Icewind Dale, solving small issues with the Duergar, a hag. They rescued a town in the middle of nowhere on the south side of Icewind Dale by a band of orcs, and finally have returned to what seems to be the biggest threat ever, as a enormous dragon made of metal and what seems to be strange magics scours through the sky throughout the land, has already wrecked two of the towns and is heading to its next to wreak havoc and destruction. We know for sure that the group was summoned to the capital city of Brynshander, where themselves, the speakers of each town, and upon Erwina's demand to give all people of Icewind Dale a voice, the others, such as the Skimmerstraw Druids, the Arcane Brotherhood, and the Goliath Alliance all became representative there at the council. Last week, they made their decisions. They discussed on how to prepare for this final attack, or at least guard from some of it, as they continue to figure out the truth behind why and where this thing is coming from. They decided to make last holds at Targos, Rinshander, Termalaine, and Goodmead. While they were doing so, the rest of the speakers argued and bickered about who to give as support and how much resources would be actually needed. But in the end, it came down to, once again, this group here making that call, as they were asked once again to go out and do something that most would not be able to do, most would not want to do. But their goal is to head into the depths of Kelvin's Cairn, in the fortress of these Duergar, and find out what's making this massive creature run. But before they did that, they headed back to the Snug Haven, where they were able to get a nice, relaxing last day in town before heading off into the cold once again at a spa. And that is where we pick up. The five of you, though Nira is currently not here, are soaking. You're enjoying yourselves. Jinjak, I believe you stayed in the kitchen, though.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll wash because that's the only decent thing to do. But soaking in a spa is really not my style. I suppose getting all massaged and shit. So I'm gonna. Actually, I was thinking I would be reading the route and offering the kitchen staff, see if anyone want to, try their luck at cards. As in, I'd tell them their fortune.
Oh,
immediate future, because I have my tarot deck with me, and I figured, hey.
Well, of course. You know what? With that, give me a persuasion roll. Let's see if any of the kitchen staff stop what they're doing to come get their fortunes read by Jinjak.
That's 23.
Of course it is. Not one, not two, but about half of the staff, which though might become a problem in a very short period of time, stop to see what is this miraculous thing that you're utilizing to tell people's fortunes. As a man of the divine, they do know that is a possibility, and that it is and the one gentleman walks up to you and he says, "Oh, I'd love to hear what you have to say is coming towards me this year."
Oh, I don't know about the year, but this type of augury is only for just like something coming soon.
Okay.
So I'll cast, and then I'll shuffle the cards, and then I'll grab one. Oh, happy days are here again. Well, neither good nor bad. You're going to have a normal day.
Well, thank you. I mean, I feel that that could be better or worse. So for this perspective, I'm glad that I didn't get a bad day, and I've had a good day so far. So,
treasure the normal moments.
Walks back towards the kitchen staff.
All right.
Another one steps up, a little bit shorter. He's got this like very kind of like updo, kind of tossed over, and he's, "What about me?"
All right, let's see what. Oh, Earth Mother, tell me what lies in this young person's immediate future. You should go home sick. Right?
Mhm.
You know, I did feel my stomach. Hey, can I go home? No.
I think that, or if you have to work here, stay away from any sharp objects and try not to carry anything fragile.
Right.
Or be
I will
prepared.
do
And,
that.
if you get injured while I'm still here, come on over and I'll heal you.
Thank you. I will remember that and be aware of any sharp objects or hot food or, oh, this is going to be a rough day.
Well, it's 10 minutes, I think, and it's going to happen, right? So,
Oh, well, that's great.
I mean, if
Absolutely.
I mean, unless I'm doing some kind of chicanery, in which case, hang on for a second. I mean, if it's the real spell that I cast on him, then he is going to experience misfortune. Hang on. This is second level augury. So he got woe for bad results. Oh, 30 minutes. And they have to ask me about a specific course of action that they're going to take in 30 minutes, and then I can tell them what happens.
Oh, so he would have said he has to take the drinks to the spa to give to the Northern Attitudes.
It won't go well. So I'd advise you to be cautious when you're moving so that when you land, you don't hurt yourself.
Right. Okay.
I would tell you that I can't change your fate. No, that's just the way it works.
I mean, could I just not go?
Well, then something bad will happen.
Oh. All right.
Don't fight
Less-
it. Just
Less
go with the
bad,
flow.
just not super. Got it. Right. And you see him very hesitantly walking over to grab the plate of drinks that he is heading towards the spa. Already, they're starting to rattle as he's moving.
This
I'll
is
be
an
all right.
interesting
I'll be all
phenomenon. I think that I gave that young man bad luck. I'll put a note in the route.
While that's going on, and Jinjet continues with his extreme persuasiveness and charisma to one after another go through different people, giving them their fortunes. About that time, the rest of you hear as a door slides open and an individual with very, very shaky hands walks into the spa. Tries to place the tray onto a table and immediately loses balance and falls forward, almost hitting his face on the ground. He said it was going to be that way. I should have known better. Hopefully that's it. And he kind of looks around, waiting for something worse to happen. What are the three of you doing?
Thank you. I hope you don't fall later on, or 10 minutes from now, or 20 seconds from now. Olivier will take just a small glass off of the tray and then go to move to get ready to get into the hot spring itself.
Okay.
Mhm.
And because I was bored, I made one.
Aw.
So we have the hot spring for all of you.
It's all dark.
to
I
use.
can't see.
Oh no, I can see it fine, and so can the audience. But I will fix it for you.
Thank you. I have dark vision, by the way.
I have dark vision.
I have dark vision. Oh, nice. We'll put Polaris. Polaris is just chilling in the waters.
In the waters.
How do I put him in? I'm dragging.
Oh, that's a
there-
big.
yeah.
That's a big.
Yeah.
boy.
That's my boy. He's just swimming around.
And the three of you can kind of decide where you want to be. If you're all alone with each, all from each other, or if you guys are talking. But oops, I just put Olivier literally in the water.
Just about there.
Just dove in. Splash.
Sets the small glass on one of the like flat rocks that are set leading into it, and this will be the first time Olivier will remove the head covering, the bandana from this forehead, the face covering as well, and you'll see the pale high elf ears that are hidden underneath. As he gets ready to step into the hot springs, he also removes the emerald cloth covering that he has been wearing with the gold coin. And his back, the only way I have been able to describe it for myself is there's a painting that was done by Alex Ross for Batman in the Future, where we see just how much damage, how much pain and brutality he has endured with his back completely scarred. And that is essentially what the entire lower half of Olivier's body from neck down looks like. It is just covered with deep scarring that look like claws, cuts, stabs, things just covering his entire body. Before he slowly like gets into the water and then grabs the glass off of the rock and just leans against it and just and slowly starts drinking.
As you take your first sip, you just hear in your mind, "Are you having fun?"
I am becoming acquainted.
Good. Keep a close eye.
He just finally leans against that back wall, glass in hand, just deep breaths in and out, letting the steam just kind of like fold over him the whole time.
Okay. No worries. What is Humphrey doing? What is Kelevar doing?
So Kelevar has his little moose inner tube from the last episode. He's now kind of lounging back in it, his feet dangling on each side of the moose head. He's just kind of leaned back with his little sitar, just kind of strumming along, working on a new song, going like, "Oh yes, wash it right, wash it good. My neck, my back, my footsies, and my crack." Paying no attention to anyone, just floating around.
Got it. All right. And you're just floating around. You see the best of boy up kind of like on this, what seems to be like artificial rock placed in the center. And he just kind of partially placed in that and partially sitting in the water. Similar to like what you would see in a Coca-Cola commercial type feel like at this moment. Like this is just, he's having a field day. And what is Erwina doing?
I think when we last left Erwina, she had just like stuck her feet in the water because this girl does not know how to relax to save her freaking life. And I think the Helm of Intellect is not helping with that situation in the least, because she's like now trying to find that calm in the storm of thoughts in her own mind of like, well, we need to start getting provisions. We need to figure out how we're going to get Polaris to take over for the dogs, because the dogs can die. Polaris is a celestial spirit. And she's just kind of starting to spin out into her own head, as is quite normal for her. Except now it's like with where before she was wise, but kind of not very worldly, for lack of a better way of putting it. Now it's like she's got like a whole nother level of thinking that she has to wrap her anxiety around. So it's just like, okay, take a breath, take a beat. Okay, no, yeah, we do need to figure out new climbing gear because we got new people. And she's just kind of like in that internal spiral of trying to calm herself down and then working herself back up.
Muted.
And what was that? Somebody want to?
Chris is muted.
Um,
There you go.
I have a request. Could Erwina please get in the water?
Yeah. Okay. I think she would get eventually into the water once she gets fed up with the sensory overload inside of her own brain.
Thank you.
She does take off like the elven clothing that she's been wearing, the finery, and is probably in like basically a chemise combinations, which is like a thin clothing that stays close to the body. And her stays, because you need a little bit of modesty in this environment. And in contrast to Olivier, who has all these scars on his body, the markings of adventure, Erwina has none. Very, very little. There might be a few like nicks and scrapes, things that are healing, but physically she's fine. That's not where she's struggling. We'll put it that way.
The battles that you've been through have been very modest in comparison to others in the world of in Icewind Dale. However, as you place you go to sink yourself into the water, one does remind you though. You look as you kind of sink down and you remember the scar that's still on the palm of your hand.
Mm-hmm. Fun. As she thinks about her first adventure, her first brush with danger of any substantial size, when they found the Chardalyn, and she had literally just left her town for the first time in her entire life. And she's just like, okay, well, maybe we have some miles too. They're coming late, but we're going far with them. And she tries to do something completely alien to her, which is instead of working to calm her mind, she tries to relax, and it's moderately useful.
With a passive perception of 11, would I notice that Erwina's kind of spinning out a little bit?
Probably. She's not trying to hide it. I think she's just so lost in her own head.
Alrighty. Calavar will kind of nudge his inner tube in Erwina's direction, strum up a new song and go, here's a little song I wrote. You better know it note for note. Don't worry, Erwina. Don't worry, Erwina now. Sorry, Steve.
You all right there?
Steve, not my friend.
And how does Erwina feel after that?
I think both slightly concerned for Kelavar's breathing and slightly looser in the shoulders. It's not completely like no one action can completely still her mind, but it's at least making it now amused and anxiety ridden, which is at least now it's split its focus.
Okay. And the three of you just are able to mellow in this for a while. This moment of peace, this watching the three of you just kind of take your own spaces. And I'm curious, what is everybody, like, what is going through the others' minds? What is going through your mind, Olivier, right now? When's the last time that you have had the opportunity to relax to this level?
Never. Olivier's gone from tragedy to immense training into select missions this has been a part of the mission, but never there hasn't been a mission where he's got to stay in a spa, where he's gotten to go, oh, I'm putting up an entire team in the nicest inn and tavern in the entire town, and everyone has their own separate rooms and baths. This isn't a normal thing that has occurred, but with where they are and the effects necessary for the mission, as comfortable as this is and as much as he's enjoying it, this is probably one of the first times he's genuinely been able to just breathe in a space.
And it's kind of what you do. You kind of rest yourself against the rocks. You, for a moment there, forget that your body is covered in scars. Your battles that one after another have brought you to this point. But there's always that thing sitting in the side of, like, in the far back edge of your mind of, like, if we are doing this, what is the motive? What is Avarice's plan? What is she planning? Which is hard to see with her.
And not only that, the other Brotherhood member who is here, does Avarice not think he's capable? That would be another one resting on him as, like, have I not proven myself to the point where others were brought here as well? But again, that's the twisting emerald green in the back of the head, just
spinning thoughts, spinning ideas.
As Erwina, is he trying to hide that, like, kind of internal struggle?
I would say he wouldn't know if his face is making any facial expressions because his eyes are closed and he's just, like, leaned back against the rocks.
I think with her passive insight of 17, as Erwina kind of goes over, because she has her own emotional support, Polaris. That's her emotion. He's a steed, but he's more of an emotional support Coca-Cola bear. As she's, like, coming around to, like, swim with her giant polar bear in a spa, she kind of, like, notes that your mind is running almost as fast as hers, if not faster. She's like, I don't know what's going on up there, but I can tell that you're struggling too in some way, shape, or form in your own head, and will has like that little bit of that moment of, like, I can't make my day better, but maybe I can make someone else's day at least silly. And so she has, like, that first instinct to splash Olivier and then goes, no, we go bigger. And she has Polaris do a cannonball into the spa instead to make a much bigger splash. We gave the wrong person a headband of intellect. We're going to miss it.
We're going to play this one out with, I will say, either Arcana, because this is a celestial creature, or animal handling. You have to convince this bear to do this.
Okay. Animal handling it is. 19.
With a 19, it's pretty solid. Polaris is a large animal, but it doesn't make a sound as he, one paw after another, paws his way up to the top of this makeshift rock. Kelevar, you see this. What do you do in all of this?
And I think Kelevar actually sees that Erwina's trying to hide a snicker, like, over on her side.
You know what? He's just going to be kind of panically thrashing in his inner tube because his legs and arms just, like, barely reach the water over the edge. So he's just like No, 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 no.
Give
There's
me
no
either.
safety.
Yeah, give me either an athletics or a dex save. Your choice.
Come on.
What do we get? Whoa, you're rolling like 3 times.
Oh,
4
sorry.
times.
I don't see it popping up on D&D
Your
Beyond,
first
so-
one was a 16.
Okay.
So you moved fast enough as
It's sad looking. It's a lot of panic.
lots of panic. The only thing you immediately sense, Olivier, is the shift in water as for a millisecond, the water drops immediately and erupts over like a fountain, pouring out into just over everyone, even in the far edge, near and far, or nearest, just chilling there, and then just gets engulfed by this tidal wave of water as this massive polar bear decides to cannonball off the large rock.
And
You
the
are
polar bear
drenched.
was already out when I came into the hot springs.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I don't think there's a fearful response like, oh no, something bad has happened. No, there was a polar bear in this space when I came into it. This should have been expected. Like seeing huskies around a pool or at a lake, essentially. He's like, yeah, the glass is still in his hand, but it's now filled with the water from the spring itself. There's the barest coloration of whatever like whiskey or liquor was in the water at this point. He just wipes away his face for a second. It goes, did it at least go from the roof, or was it only the outcropping? It just like pours the cup back
into the water with the alcohol. Just
there's
Yeah,
nowhere
we got-
else for it.
Erwina is laughing so hard, like behind a rock, but trying to hide it.
you hear some giggling coming from like staff that are around the edges too. That we're not expecting to see a large polar bear dive into water, but as well as the poor individual who already slipped once, was walking back during that time, and the water got so heavy that it splashed into the area and onto the water, and he slips again onto the ground with a thud.
New tarot card unlocked. Bear tsunami.
Bear tsunami.
Bear wave pool engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Use prestidigitation to dry my face and hair immediately afterwards. Like, okay, it's fine, it's okay. And just looks over at the giant polar bear. Do they at least look happy with themselves?
Oh,
probably.
overjoyed.
Erwina, through her telepathy with her fine steed polar bear, has promised him all the salmon that they can find along the way, and so he's having a great time.
Yeah. Mouth open in what looks like a giant grinned smile. Just but and
Hey, big guy, touche. Just drives his head.
he just kind of dips his head in the water and rinses off, and he's got all of the furs just dripping. Kelevar is doing the moment where the wave hits the tube and it goes up, and you see Kelevar drift off to the edge of the other side. Jinjak, about 5 minutes later, you notice that the individual that you already had given bad news to comes in soaked.
Oh, that wasn't so bad. You didn't break any bones and you're not bleeding. That's good. It's good. Fortune smiled on you today. I was honestly very worried about you, my friend.
Did you think it was going to be that bad?
I never know, but I figured we're in a kitchen, and kitchens can be dangerous places. So
Thankfully, I left it.
I was actually elated when I found out that you were going to be delivering something outside the kitchen, because that's much safer. But yeah, you're not the worst for wear. Did you tear anything or break anything?
I don't think so. I mean,
Was
arse-
anything
my
broken?
arse
Like
hurts a little bit, but other than that,
glasses or anything? No.
no. Well, a couple broke, but we
Oh,
cleaned
well.
it up.
Let me see.
And he's got a couple cuts on his hands.
I'll tag him. I'll speak a healing word for that,
Okay.
and then I'll gather up the broken glass, assuming they went to go get it, and I'll use a cantrip and what is it?
Do you have mending?
Mend. I'll use a mend cantrip and put it back together.
And when you mend as a cleric for Shantea, does it mend perfectly, or do you leave certain things?
I will leave things if I have the option,
Yeah.
because I think that adds character.
So as it mends, you see the glass is fully functional and correct, but there is a slight crack, like a root, like a tree kind of grows out from the top of it. The look
Excellent.
of it.
There you go.
I'm sure the owners will be happy. We have a broken glass. Great.
Mhm.
And he places it up on the shelf, kind of away from all the other glasses. Just
Well, if they don't want it, I'll take it.
anything the rest of you guys would like to do for the evening. You have the opportunity to, as Jinjak said, you could go get a massage, you can sit in the pool, you could eat. They've opened this place up for you all like you are special guests at a venue.
Olivier's doing all of it because we got to be out in the cold and on the road by morning.
And the one moment where you think that's you're like, oh, this might never, like, there's a point in the back of your mind where you're going, this could never happen again. Like, I'm taking advantage of everything.
Avarice is never paying for all of this kind of stuff for any other mission ever again. I'm using all of it right now.
Kelevar probably has the dessert menu in his hand. He'll order everything that is temperature sensitive right away and send the other half up to his room for later.
Okay.
Ice creams, hot chocolates, fudges, anything that's supposed to be hot or cold, he wants now. Everything else that can wait a bit gets sent up there.
Okay. You summon one of the goblins that you met earlier today. Similar, large, very fancy chauffeurs, or not chauffeurs, but a tuxedo dress, and he walks up and gets your order and takes off immediately to the kitchen. Erwina?
Erwina is going to I think that there's probably like a little cute little like hearth in the spa area, and is going to be making s'mores. She would like something simple, something fun, like a fun activity that reminds her kind of home, but not in like a bad way, but is just like not used to the finery of life.
Okay.
I guess.
Give me a survival check.
Okay.
See how well you make s'mores.
How well do we s'more?
How well do we s'more?
That'll be a 25. They're double deckers.
Oh yeah, you describe the s'more that you create. You have and let's put a a point in this that you are in a location that seems to have almost everything. So what are we creating tonight?
We are creating a fine dining s'more experience. They are double decker. The chocolate is not only like the most delicious chocolate that this fine establishment has, it's honeycomb. So there's like that little bite of sweetness like encased in the chocolate for the little bit of that extra honey graham taste. The graham crackers are perfect. They are slightly toasted. And the marshmallow is perfectly golden brown and like enough that you can like take the skin off and there's still marshmallow underneath, but it's not burned and crispy.
All right. And then the final question is this, do you offer it to anybody else or do you keep this all to yourself?
She'll offer it. She'll make enough for everybody, including Polaris, who is supposed to be a carnivore, but is also a
s'moreivore? A s'moreivore?
Yeah.
It's like the Yogi Bear of bears.
Yeah.
Dive into the picnic basket. All right. With that, Arowena puts on a display like no other. All of the ingredients are done with perfection. The showcase is done with pizzazz, and she puts on a spectacle in creating s'mores.
Olivier takes his, snaps it in half, and gives the other half to Polaris as like a good on you. You got me. Like fair trade.
It's just like a big old chomp.
Big old chomp. As your mouth is covered in what that gooey marshmallow, and you can barely talk sometimes, you head off to the next event in your planned evening of relaxation.
I do think there is one point of business that Arowena wants to do, which is she wants to send the dogs home with Trovis. She's gonna explain to Trovis in depth about their schedule and routine and how to treat each of them individually because they're both two very different dogs. Like Candle is well behaved, but kind of prissy and doesn't like their feet wet. So good luck with that. If they have to be bathed, they will fight. They are mean. Scruff is hard to get to do anything that you want him to do. But he is a trash panda and will also eat anything, but try not to feed him too much because he does get round. Like
going through the and you'll have time before you leave here or in this evening to go speak with Trovis, and we'll say that plays out the way it does.
Can we choose our masseuse, or is that sort of random?
I mean,
is there a catalog?
There is obvious choices, as Olivier shows Kelevar like where everyone is.
He pulls out
like,
the magazine. He's like, "So this is what I'm getting. Like, these are some options for you."
But there is also the just relax package where they like blindfold you, and then it's just you have no idea who's doing the massage, what's coming next, anything of that nature.
Do you want to do that one together?
I mean, we can. I'm taking in everything I can before we have to go out.
Agreed. Bros, yeah.
Arowena overhears that conversation and goes, that would stress me out more. So no.
2 for the just relax package.
Upstairs to your left. You'll be there in 30 minutes and we'll have somebody ready for you.
Yeah, blindfold bros.
There we go.
All right. While this is going on, Jinjak, are you doing anything new?
Besides being concerned.
Besides being concerned.
Well, I'll go look for the others eventually,
Okay.
and see if I can bind Olivier or Erwina because I don't think actually Kelevar too. And Nira goes. I'm gonna go pop over, and I say the same thing to each of them. Sorry to interrupt you, but I was just mentioning I'm gonna pop over to the temple building there and drop an offering or two off before we head out on our adventure. I just thought if no pressure, you look like you're enjoying yourself. Those are fine s'mores, and but if you want to come with me,
I'll come with you. They're gonna go do something that involves blindfolds, and I really don't want to know what that involves. So I'll go with you instead. That sounds like a much nicer outing.
Oh, all right. I was going to ask them too, Erwina. Why don't you hold on there for a minute so you don't have to see something?
Thank you.
You don't want to. I'll go. I'll be right back. And I pop off and I go look for him. And I say the same thing. So I'm going to be going to the temple. And I would wonder, maybe you want to come with me. No pressure.
I mean, if you want to join us first, and then we can go afterwards.
Things that I never thought I'd ever hear. It's
fine. Well, I'll be blindfolded.
Look, you look like you're. Never mind. And I leave, and I go make the same. I talk to Near and Far.
Okay.
So,
and they will attempt. Easily, Near and Far have not left the spa, other than to grab a snack or two, either ordered or they rummage around. But they do go with you to the temple.
Oh, all right. I was going to mention I could drop a copper off for the Raven Queen if they wanted.
Oh, that would be nice.
It's a shame Olivier didn't come. I have a question or two for him.
Maybe I'll just head back up to my room. Y'all enjoy the temple.
Who's this?
That's Near and Far.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I'll put a copper out for the Raven Queen, and I'll let her know it's from you. And Kelevar. That's right.
That's right.
And I'll make sure you actually do it.
Why wouldn't I? I acknowledge the power of the gods. I just don't like her.
Out of curiosity, where is Benji in all this? Because they were with us at the end of last episode.
Correct. Benji, before you were able, all of you went ready to go into the pool, into the hot spring. Benji was summoned off to speak with the current chieftain of the Goliath Alliance, Pavia, and over some conversations, both for just local concerns as well as for this mission itself. She said she would be there bright and early in the morning before you all leave. So
if Jinjak had a question, Olivier would have answered. It just would have been like this.
Oh no, this is something I'd like to discuss with you in private, my friend.
Oh, once you finish the temple, my room's right next to yours if you want to come and speak.
Well, yeah, it's of a personal nature.
Understand.
All right, so head off to the temple and with a bag of coppers and one gold piece. And I make sure that I put a copper piece on the altars of every single god except Shantaeus, because she gets the gold piece. And I acknowledge them.
All right.
Then, I don't know what to do for nature, Erwina. I figured I'd just throw some leaves out and say thank you for not killing us today. But
well, our nature isn't always green and leafy, but yeah, I'm sure the primordial forces will understand the gesture.
Should I address them as such? Oh, primordial forces, thank you for your blessings and for permitting us to exist in your indifference.
I guess so.
All right.
We don't really have a structured faith the way that you guys do.
I understand. But I just want to acknowledge them because in their grasp.
I mean, we are now rolling with one of the celestial spirits of the stars, so they're a little different.
All right. And I will spend some time with the root and make a prayer to Shantea, asking for Arena's indulgence as I kneel and pray to her for guidance and for success in our mission.
All right. With that, we will kind of split the party for a little bit. We're going to go back to our blindfolded brothers in the massage area. You both are resting. Each of you give me a D6 roll, please, to see who comes to visit during these adventures.
I got a 5.
Okay.
That's a 6.
Oh, fantastic. All right. So, with a 5, you surprisingly enough feel cold touch to your back as this massage starts to happen. These almost reptilian like hands rake up and down your back with clawed fingers as a lizard folk that was hired, a shamaness, is actually the one taking care of you. Kelevar, on the other hand, immediately you feel what seems to be a linebacker from an NFL football team just push straight into the top part of your back, and you hear like cracks completely up the top.
It's Benji, isn't it?
No, however, it is a Goliath. The way we did this is 1 would have been the smallest and 6 would have been the biggest. That's how we played this game. And you are, for the next hour, put in different stretch positions and twisted and torn and all sorts of things, to the point where everything in your body has been cracked and pulled and twisted. But you feel amazing. This lady
claws
knows
really
what
get
she's
between-
doing, but
Claws really get between the scars and all the
Yeah.
separate.
she traces every single scar with a claw, it seems to be. And every once in a while you hear Kelevar go, "Ah, ah, ah."
After a while, he just sounds like a squeaky toy. Honestly, he can't breathe.
There was no concern with the bones popping. There's slight concern with the squeak toy noises.
And as they finish up their massage and your day spa, they bring in what seems to be some sort of aromatic scent, herbs and spices kind of placed under a fire that just bring in this very homely, very relaxed feel to the both of you. And I need both of you to roll me Constitution saving throws, please, to see if you don't fall asleep.
I am safe from sleep.
Mark's safe from sleep.
12.
You got a 19?
Mhm.
Okay. Olivier, you just enjoy every moment, every minute of this, all the way up until you breathe in the aromas and breathe out. And for a moment there, it seems like your vision was starting to kind of pulse inward and your eyes were starting to fade. But then you just wake back up. Kelevar, you are out. You start to hear as he is leaping like a baby. At least that's what you think. Kelevar, in your mind, though, you hear, before even vision comes to you, "Good morning, sunshine. Time to wake up."
The earth says hello.
As you open your eyes, you are sitting in a cold throne room. A individual you have met before stands in front of you. Says, "Are you having a wonderful time?"
I like to think so.
"Have you enjoyed my gift?"
What gift would that be exactly?
You see the shift of the totem that sits at the top of your lute turn kind of towards you and look straight at you.
Ah, that. Yeah, the icicles at the end of my little sitar has worked out really well. I do have a question though. Was when I was trying to
Yes?
swing my sitar as a practice, was that an Eldritch Blast?
It was a little bit of fun. You didn't really seem to be one of the swinging type, so I kind of helped.
Okay. I was very curious how I blew up part of a wall just by swinging my guitar in the air. So, okay, cool.
Did you not enjoy it? Should I take it back?
No, I'm good.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
good. I can actually be useful in a fight for a change. What does this mean though? Like, is this like one of those demon packs where we kiss, or
I mean, would you like to?
I'm good. I just want to make sure
Oh,
I
all right.
understand
Fine.
what's happening here.
No, we had a fun duel. You won a prize, and I like to be aware of the things that are happening in the world. And what better way to do it than to conscript somebody without them knowing, of course.
Oh, I think I know now. So,
Well, see, that makes the problem even easier now, right?
okay.
So all I ask, of course, is that, don't do anything that might make me angry, and I'll be perfectly happy.
Do you have a list?
Oh, I'm sure you'll find out if I find something that makes me angry. I'm sure you'll know. And it's kind of
I
fun,
would
part
really
of the
like a
fun.
list beforehand because I'm stupid.
Oh, don't say that about yourself. You're not stupid. Quite talented. I've listened to your
someday
music.
others, so we'll leave it at that. Alrighty, I guess so. Conscripting things for you, writing things down, I assume, or you just want to see through my eyes.
Oh, yes, of course, through your eyes. And, if you do see that that pain in the ass that we spoke about before, Asmodeus, make sure that you make sure your friends, rather, and yourself deal with him. I don't want to have to.
Okay.
And if you get the want and you feel like maybe you'd like to, you can always come back to Caer-Dineval and let me out. That would be fantastic.
I'll think that one over.
You do. But remember, if you did, those powers you have right now would be nothing to what I could give you.
Again, I'll think on that.
I look forward to seeing what you
Let's
find.
see what I can do first, and then maybe I, see if I like the taste and come back for more. However they say it.
Oh, one last thing. If you
Yeah.
do get your hands on some of that nasty stuff, that thing that you people are calling Chardolin, if you place it next to the totem, you might find it could be very useful.
Like I
That's
could
all
turn
I'm
it into things, or
Might enhance that totem just a slight bit.
all right, all right. I'll make a note of that.
But do be careful. That cleric of yours doesn't seem to like me very much.
To be honest, I don't think he likes me much either. So I think we're good.
See, I knew I liked you. I knew you would be the one to be able to make this all happen.
Alrighty. And should I need to get in contact with you in the future? Do I like grab the totem, or do I grab you by the totem and just say, "Hey, you got a minute," or do I just take a nap on occasion?
I'll be around.
Oh, so it's a you'll call me, not me call you sort of thing. Okay. Okay.
But if you ever need me, I mean, you could say my name and I might show. Depending on what I'm doing, of course. I'm a very busy man. You know, stuck in this giant rock ice throne prison. You could very much help me get out of. But no. All these gifts, and yet you won't help little old me out of this poor prison.
Alrighty. I I get it. You're sad and you're stuck in ice. So I guess would you just want me to just kind of just occasionally whisper like "Ice Daddy" now and again, or Labistus?
Whatever seems to enjoy your fancy.
Alrighty. Well, this has been fun. I guess I'll figure things out as things go along, and keep in touch.
As you say, keep in touch. It's as if the ice below you opens up like a maw and you fall into darkness.
Ah!
And then wake up in your room.
Probably absolutely startled, bolt upright, going, okay. I remember that, so that wasn't a dream. Ooh, desserts. I had those sent up earlier. And that's probably what I'm going to do with probably the rest of my evening and fall asleep and like just like a pile of dishes and half-eaten desserts.
Excellent. Olivier, what are you doing?
Kelevar will get carried up to his room when the staff comes in and finds him knocked out entirely.
Yep.
Olivier just grabs the rest of his things, goes up to his room, double checks that he got the last minute provisions that he had requested, and then just starts sorting everything into the various bags, into the various places, easily accessible, potions, other vials and ampules.
Preparation is a luxury to you compared to others. The idea that you have done this so many times gives you the opportunity to set everything out as if you would mission after mission after mission. Erwina and Jinjak, you head off to the cold is out there. You can tell that it's still biting. The snow is just slightly falling. As you trudge through the somewhat now empty streets of Bryn Shander, heading towards what seems to be the district where you found the temple. And the temple is currently lit only by one lantern in the front, as it is quiet inside.
You're muted,
You're
Jinjak.
muted.
Thanks ever so much for coming with me, Erwina.
Of
Ooh,
course, as she's writing Polaris.
I would have felt really awkward coming here by myself.
No worries. I know faith is usually a personal thing, but sometimes things are more fun with friends. Is that a saying? I don't know.
Well, it is now. I'm going to write that in the root. Things are more fun with friends. Erwina, drink.
Yeah.
You arrive.
And I
in-
figured. Yeah. Oh, and I figured there's probably like maybe a library there. I'll find something to do, as she pretends that she can read as she has for months.
Though she does have a headband of intellect, she
Yeah.
still has not figured out how to read yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, if I know how to read, not well, but I can teach you if you want.
Oh, I wouldn't need to learn how to read at all. We all learned how to read, right?
Oh, you're not sharing that you're illiterate? Okay, no problem. Some people
Yeah.
don't feel comfortable about that, but just so you know, I'm not saying that anyone I know is illiterate, but I can read, and I'm more than happy to teach anyone. If you happen to know anyone like that who wants to
Okay.
learn how to read.
I wouldn't even know where to begin to know who would not know how to read. And Erwina's just like gonna stammer through that sentence.
I nod patiently,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna pressure. It's not my style. Besides which, yeah, she gave me a s'mores. Not gonna slide her.
Okay, as you all head into the quiet, large temple within Bryn Shander, a single acolyte seems to be wandering, cleaning, doing the evening duties. A small lantern in one hand.
Oh, I thought we were already done. Okay, we're just going then. Okay.
If there's, I want to give you the opportunity if there's anything you two would like to do at the temple or say anything before we can fast forward. It's your choice.
I'll leave it to. Well, Jinjak just wants to leave a cop. As I said, I want to leave a copper on every altar except the one to Shantea, and I'll leave a gold piece on that one.
All right.
Oh, what the heck? Fine. I'll put a silver on the Raven Queen's altar. Because two people are there. There, you got it out of me, you greedy old hack. But everyone else gets a copper, and then I'll kneel and pray. Not for hours or anything. Just give a 5-minute prayer on to Shantea, and that's it. And I'm done after that.
Erwina will look for an illuminated script or scroll for kids to start teaching herself how to read, but she wants the picture book version of whatever faith she can find, and somebody's willing to part with an illuminated scroll.
An illuminated scroll. Parting with an illuminated scroll would be very difficult in any shrine. However, you do have an acolyte kind of wandering around that can give you some basic understanding of pointing out pictures and says, and this is more of a beginner, like my little book of gods type mentality.
Yay!
So running you through the different ones, not only is this acolyte very focused, making sure that you understand each one and what they're useful or what they're used for, and how they're worshipped and things like that. He's talking to you like you're a 12-year, like you're a child, as you're doing it. Understanding that he doesn't understand how old you might be because of your elven heritage, so he could specifically be talking to a child and he doesn't know any better.
We love the youth pastor vibe. This
Yep,
is
that's what we're getting.
he's like, hello, fellow child.
Yeah, let's give you the golden, yes, the little golden book of gods. That's what we're looking at right now. And one scroll at a time, he flips open, and he shows you, and he says, "Oh, this is, you know." And then the one he stops on though is he says, "And this is," and he states, "Auril," and the imagery is much different than what you've expected to see. It's nothing It's nothing scary. It is a princess. It is a queen dressed in white, and very reverend, like a revered character, not this scary person that you're hearing about with the revenge of what the Frost Maiden is doing here in Icewind Dale.
Oh, good. We got to the frozen part of the little golden books. I'm very excited to meet Elsa.
Right. And then he quickly flips to the next one and the next one and the next one. While Jinjak is out there praying and asking for, protection for the snow and the cold, and why the hell he was sent here because it's so freaking cold. And but time goes by and he'll come back out after his prayers. Jinjak, while that's happening though, please give me one. Give me a roll. Just roll me a d20, please.
$13.
It's about. You said you probably almost towards the end of your prayer, and one of those moments happen again to you where you feel like you lose a moment in time. You feel like that, like 30 seconds just vanishes out of nowhere, where you're not who you are, but you are who you are.
Oh, do I get to read this?
If you'd like to.
Please forgive me. I'm standing on a makeshift barricade looking over the frightened faces of the villagers. Except for Nami Sweetgrass, mind you. She's frightened, she ain't showing it, solid as oak. She's talking, pointing, and encouraging folks to get ready, and she's saying prayers and casting spells to help folks out. Boy, take a deep breath and start talking, reminding folks that we can win if we stand firm, that we're farmers and crofters and fisher folk and such the like, and we ain't got any posh lords or mighty heroes to defend our home, and by golly, we don't need them. By the will of the gods and the grace of Shantae, Pop Spring will stand, I say, finishing up my sermon. It's a good speech. The crowd roars with approval. More importantly, Nanny Sweetgrass gives me a smile and a nod. That's when I hear the rumble from the woods. They're coming. I turn around and watch as they pour out to the forest line, screaming, roaring, shrieking. They charge the barricades like a black and scarlet river stinking of blood and sulfur. Someone says, "My goodness, there's an awful lot of them." Oh wait, that was me. I said that. Then things get dark. It's cold. There's hailstones falling on the deck of the ship. I'm wrapped up in a cloak that's too thin for this weather, shivering and trying to keep my insides together as the ship heaves over frozen waves. Where the hell am I? Land ho! Someone's yelling from above. A bundle of frozen fur that looks like a dwarf is yelling at me now. I think this is the captain. We'll be docking in port. First shear, fire shear. Presently, friend, you may want to get yourself some water gear if you plan on staying here in Icewind Dale. The dwarf laughs. I smile and shiver some more. That's it.
And those that are and nobody's around to hear this, but there's a moment where Jinjak just rambles and then comes back. And then you kind of shake it off, confused a little bit, and then return to Erwina as she's going through We're close to like MO, like, because the alphabets of gods, you know.
I shake my head, but I don't see anything.
And then they flip it over, and there's R. There's the Raven Queen as you walk over and look over her shoulder.
Oh, I was muted. I think as well, as she's kind of flipping through the golden book of the ABCs of deities. Hey, Wizards of the Coast, that's my idea. You can't have the ABCs of deities. We got it at 9.
But what of
Okay.
Hasbro?
Yeah, Hasbro, I will be filing some sort of lawsuit somehow. Anyway, I think that there's like, as she's been kind of like walking and reading as much as Erwina can read, she's kind of stopped in front of Arl. You know, the force that we're still trying to understand. As this is a shrine of many gods, she's sure there's one for Arl. As she kind of tries to reconcile the iconography that's being used right now with the Elsa-like image in the book for kids. Just trying to actually like understand.
Interesting enough, that specific goddess has no offering. Has no. Looks like maybe this, out of the probably 16 or 17 different shrines, this one looks dusty. It looks unused. It looks quiet. It looks forgotten.
I think she's going to stop her project on learning how to read and is going to actually take the time and not even use magic. She's going to take that anxious energy that likes to be converted into doing something that she sees as a net benefit. And even though we see her as a force of antagonism, is going to take the time and respect, because you should respect everyone, especially your foes. And is actually going to take the time to clean the shrine, to procure a little bit of incense for the fire that we use for her sacrifices. She will leave an offering of rations. She'll do a little bit of like the cut of her hand once more, and just be that like that moment of, she doesn't follow the faith the way that Jinjak does, where he believes in the power of a goddess. But Erwina believes that Arl is a force of nature. So it's not the same as a cleric doing a devotion. It is her reaching out to a primal spirit of the land, and reminding them that not every person believes that they are a force. They are a deity of evil, but it doesn't have to be the way that everybody's viewing it right now. That one person believes that winter is a necessary force of nature. Even if it's going wild right now, it is still valid. It is hard, it is harsh, it is cold. But you cannot have people that are hardened for that weather without that weather.
I like that. You take time, you take your energy, you take your sweat and tears, and you clean this symbol. You place the offering down. The 3 that you've noticed have been utilized throughout Icewind Dale in one way or another. The rations to feed, the warmth to keep, the fire to warm, and the blood to live. And it seems to be those things are what makes surviving in Icewind Dale even possible. Do you say anything?
I think she does kind of have a moment of verbalizing that feeling of
the world may think of you as the villain in this story, but you and us can change that ending.
The acolyte kind of stands back, confused. No one else in this entire place for weeks, months, years, maybe, has even offered to touch this artifact, this shrine. But a grin kind of crosses his face for a moment, just in the background as he's watching. And he waits for the two of you to finish what you're doing. Thanks you for your time here at the temple, and heads and walks you both out. As you're back in the cold, back on the road, back on the streets of Bryn Shander. Kelevar is resting in his room. Olivier is resting in his room, and the four of you are in what would seem to be the highest amount of peace that you've been in, some ever. But there's a lot on all of your minds as things continue to get harsher in this place known as Icewind Dale. And a journey much different than anything you've done so far is ahead of you. People are looking and depending on you. Many. And this probably weighs on some of you. And as you start to drift towards the evening, you hear a heavy wind come from the west, or from the east, heading west. But that's not wind. It's too heavy for wind. It's too loud. It's too aggressive. And then you realize what is actually happening as lights up the sky around the two of you in the evening. The dragon strikes across, ripping through what seems to be the heavens itself, straight over Bryn Shander. And you hear, out of nowhere, an explosion to the north. And that's where we'll pick up after break.
Yeah.
That's convenient. We were looking for him.
Hey!
We'll see you all in 10 minutes.
It still says my
All right.
cookie is invalid, but that's fine.
All right. With that, we return as our party is heading back towards the Snug Haven, the two of them, the others resting in what seems to be a life of bliss, an evening of bliss, rather. And then the controlled or the sound of heavy winds pours through the town as the Chardelin dragon rips over top of the head, and the northern portion of the town erupts into an explosion. Screams come from all angles of the northern area of Bryn Shander. The spot that's hit actually reverberates the ground near the Snug Haven. The two of you feel this in the hotel, in the haven itself. What do you do?
Olivier snaps up, summons Cesro's talon into his hand, and then like flashes his mage armor on using Eldritch armor, and gets ready to take off outside.
All right. Kelevar, it takes you a moment to realize after everything that's happened. What are you doing?
It's that slow, awkward roll, kind of probably a little queasy from the sugar coma that he induced himself into. And just, oh god. Oh, that was one too many eclairs. Oh, they were so good. Oh, what's going on? Look out the window and... fuck.
Yeah, you see the pouring of smoke coming from the north. You can hear what seems to be screaming, and you start to see a ripple from your area of the haven. You can see a ripple of smoke and fire kind of billowing up out of the. But the fire is flickering between this purplish red.
He'll take a moment. He'll go very slow, putting everything back on just because of the queasiness. I'd like to roll a con save to see if I barf.
Go for it.
Alrighty. For flavor. That's a 5.
Yeah, with a 5, the amount of sugar that you consumed between the ice cream and the brownies and the pastries and the donuts and the fudge and the Trace Leches cake, it all just
And it's just gonna be that moment of, oh god, it still tastes good coming back up. That's not right. Oh.
Yeah.
And just pull himself together, rinse out his mouth, and then just try to run out there and find anyone. Otherwise, I assume it's just a bunch of chaos and screaming. And
yeah, you do hear others
find
coming
someone.
others are coming out of the room, looking around, trying to figure out what's happening. The assistants, the kitchen staff, all of them have vanished, headed back into the deeper portions of the haven, and you have two individuals in these what you would have seen at the front with that long robe, those long robes, just kind of directing traffic as people pop out of their rooms. Says, everything's fine. We're currently trying to assess the situation. Whatever seems to have hit the city has not hit this area. You will be perfectly safe here within the haven. Go back to your rooms, relax. More information will be presented soon. Near, you are also in your room after a long, relaxing dip in the hot tub or in the hot spring, though you did not say a word to anybody.
You know me. I'm not very loquacious.
Had too much fun talking to yourself over and over and over again.
I think I didn't invite Far to the spa specifically because I was looking for a moment to myself, which I rarely get as a result of his existence. But do I smell smoke?
You don't smell smoke, but you see smoke.
I'll duck out into the hallway and just see who I recognize might be wishing to take a further look into the situation.
Olivier is already running down the hall. Kelevar steps out, has what looks like maybe that's a donut already eaten on his collar, like on his lip, on his shirt, but who's to say?
I shout, "Save your snacking for later. We're needed," and go running after Olivier.
Can you run yet, Kelevar, or is that not a possibility?
I can delicately.
You watch
If
this.
that 5 on my con save is still into effect, everything's very queasy.
Yeah, you're moving at a lot slower of a pace from the other two as you all head down the stairs into the main hall of the Snug Haven. A couple of the other nobles and other individuals that were here are kind of corralled into the back portion close to where the where all of the people would be presented and got in their rooms and all that. But the two acolytes, everything is fine. We've already assessed the situation. Nothing has been hit here within the Snug Haven. You're happy to stay. Go back to your rooms and relax. Everything is all right. Renshander is not under attack.
What exploded there in the north? Oh wait, are we there yet? Or are we
You two, you have a choice. You can head directly north, or you can head back to Snughaven. But realize, if you head back to Snughaven, you are going to be literally going the opposite direction if you're coming from the east. So
I'm going towards the explosion.
Okay,
is what I said. Erwina, you need to turn your mic on.
Erwina is going to help Jinjak up onto the back of Polaris, and we are going to have him dash. So that's 120 feet of polar bear movement. Let's go.
Yep. As you kick into overdrive, this celestial bear, as you are just barreling through the town. I almost didn't say it, but I figured I might as well just lean into it. As you get to what seems to be the northern side, similar to where one of the taverns were that you had recently visited only a couple days ago, not the one specifically that you saw your ex-boyfriend in, but the other one.
Okay.
And you notice that the entire tavern is on fire. I need both of you to give me perception checks, though.
Perception.
And this would be the northern look. This is the tavern that you're...
It's a 10.
It's a 10.
Okay. 1 moment. 23 for Erwina.
Okay. Jinjak's assessing the situation, kind of on the back of Polaris, trying to get an eye on what is happening, but just sees fire. You, however, with a 23, see flickers of blue light kind of flicker through the fire to a moment where you thought you saw eyes.
Is anyone in distress?
Everybody is running.
All right, but there's nobody injured, obviously injured in the fire.
Not that you can see it at this at this place, but you're about 100 feet away.
Is it all right if we get closer? I'm thinking maybe there's some injured folk that might need help.
Erwina has a very bad idea. A very, very bad idea. And I see Sam enabling over in that corner. She is going to dismount Polaris, and as Jinjak says, "Can we get closer?" she is going to walk into the fire. And
Oh.
if she takes damage, she is going to be casting Absorb Elements to have it. Just immediately.
Okay. So for our audience, how does Absorb Elements work?
Okay, let me pull up that spell for you real quick.
Sure. While that's happening, Olivier, Kelevar, Near, are you passing over the acolyte and heading outside?
Olivier flashes emerald green dragon eyes over his own at the acolyte when they tried to tell him it's fine, go back inside. Just flashes those eyes and goes, "We're leaving."
Okay. You see, he goes completely just stone-faced. All right.
And then
Just runs out. Okay. You run out.
Kelevar vomits on the acolyte's like shoes.
Just bought these.
And I just trip over the acolyte.
God! I knew that darn cleric told me I was going to have a bad day.
Sorry.
Apologies.
As you barrel over the acolyte and go down the stairs into the main street, you're a good 20 minute walk to or half that for speed for running, towards the northern portion of town, in the northern look. Erwina,
full sprint.
how does that work?
Yeah. So, Absorb Elements. The spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect on you and storing it for your next melee attack. You have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of your next turn. Also, the first time you are hit with a melee attack on your next turn, the target takes 1d6 of the triggering type and the spell ends. But she's using it for the resistance.
Okay. As you get up to this point, you see this crater, and then you feel this energy pour around you as you're getting closer. Not even where that's at, but farther back, you feel a sense of magic siphoning from the world.
Mhm.
Everything around seems to be being pulled of whatever arcane energy it emits, including yours. And with that 23, you see erupt from there. Where did I put that once? So if I put you guys on the map right now, you guys will be at the bottom left of this one. And it's that. And then our goodest of bears. And he's not big enough. He's not, because I didn't realize the size that they were giving him. He's not supposed to be that small. We will fix that in just a second. Maybe. Where did I put my... I lost it. Anyway. There it is. Let's see here. That should be... There we go. That's what I needed size-wise. Yeah, that. While this is happening, you start to walk towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And you're just walking into its vicinity.
Yeah. Ready to use Absorb Elements if needed, or if she even can.
Okay, let's roll initiative.
All right. I don't have that map up. We are in the spa still for me.
Give me 1 second. I will fix that. There we go.
Oh, hell yeah. Natural for a natural 21.
Look at that. And here are the Misfits. If you roll a natural 20 on initiative, you get advantage on your first hit.
Oh, nice.
Look at that. We're going together.
Let's do it. Battle of the elementals over here.
All right. This thing erupts, kind of roars this as more stuff becomes on fire. You can see as it breaks through this area right here. Currently, all of this is on fire. All of this is on fire. All of these are on fire. And it looks like this thing just fell from the sky and just crashed into it like a meteor. What do you want to do? Well, actually, no, it's my turn. Oh, I can start.
Yeah, you're
Sweet.
first.
It's a double 20 on both of us. All right, awesome. Yeah, he's going to... actually, since you guys are at that distance, I need all of you to roll me dex saves, please. As he emits chaos.
Okay. Otherworldly Steed. We're probably gonna use Polaris. That's fine.
So that's gonna be
17 for Polaris, and then for Airy, we're gonna have so many screens yet again.
So I just need Erwina, Jinjak,
4.
and Polaris. And
4 for Erwina, 17 for Polaris.
9 for Jinjak.
And DC on this thing is... I don't have it.
Probably higher than 9.
It is definitely higher than 9. What's the highest that you got?
17 for Polaris.
17. Okay, he passed. That's going to be his... we'll do...
Ooh.
So for those that failed, it's 29 points.
Absorb elements.
Okay,
For sure.
so you get half that. So that's going to be 15 or 14 points, and 14 points on Polaris as well.
Okay. Hey, we're both still in it.
And that is... It's not... It's considered fire damage, but there's something to it. It's like cold fire.
Okay. If it's cold, I'm also resistant to it.
Okay. Like I said, it's considered fire damage, but okay. It gives off that bluish color to
29 points?
29 points. It is there. Yeah, these creatures are not. These are the remnants of what falls from the Charlatan dragon if pieces break off, and this thing erupts, like I said, out of it, and it kind of bursts out in a wave. And then that brings us to Erwina.
All right. Well, girl's gonna do what a girl's gotta do. Paladin gonna paladin. She is going to reach. She's gonna just get in his grill as she enters his sphere. If there's ambient fire damage, bring it on.
Okay.
And she's gonna take 2 attacks because girl can now take 2 attacks.
There you go. Swing wise. Swing wise.
Yeah. With her shillelagh, which is where? Okay. Hey, just cast the spell. Just let me do it. Goddamn thing. Okay, please. Place item here to enchant. What the heck? I'm gonna roll it on D&D Beyond. Or no, actually, don't trust D&D Beyond. I will roll it with physical dice and fix this.
Then roll it with physical dice.
That'll be a, let's see, math. 19 to hit and
Hits.
a 17. Both
19
hit.
hits. Yep.
Does the 17 hit?
Yes, 17 hits as well.
Okay, so that is a d10 for both, and we will throw a you know what? This thing's probably chunky. We're gonna throw a second level smite on that.
Okay.
So we're gonna roll our shillelagh damage. Sorry, this still is just. Yeah, we're at d10s. So base damage is 10 on one. No, not 10. 8 on one, and then 7 plus 5. Stay in school, kids. Math is hard.
So 20 total.
20 total for the shillelagh.
Okay.
And she'll do that as force damage. Because you can now choose between them. And I need some d4s for smites. So the first smite does 10, 11 radiant damage on top of that.
Okay, so 31 damage altogether.
Yep, 31 damage
Awesome.
altogether.
That's a good way to start the fight.
Yeah. And then I'm also supposed to roll a d6 of fire damage because it's added to the spell, but I'm sure it's immune to it. So 4.
It is. Yep.
That's the most useless part of the spell.
It's one thing when something is casting it, but when it's an elemental, it does. Yeah, it's pretty. All right, awesome. That brings us to Near. So you have one round. Is there anything you want to prepare before you arrive?
A spa day without Far was sufficient. My preparation is just popping him out so he's part of the conflict alongside the rest of us.
Okay.
And I'm wheezing, trying to keep up with the athletically impressive Olivier.
All right. Kelevar, other than puking on more shoes, is there anything else you'd like to do before you arrive at the combat?
Nope, nothing I need to prepare. Just the occasional quick little jogs. Oh, hold my stomach. Quick little jog, hold my stomach again. Quick little jog, vomit. Quick little jog, hold the stomach again. It's gonna be just a sad progression of short jogs.
Excellent. All right. Jinjek.
Oh, isn't Polaris going before me?
Oh yeah, Polaris is supposed to go on my turn.
Oh yeah. Is there anything you want Polaris to do?
No, he's gonna be a good bear and try and stay out of the fight for right now. Actually, yeah, no, we're gonna let Polaris. Actually, there is something he can do. One moment.
Okay.
He is going to move up with Erwina. And because she took a bunch of damage and he knows he's probably not long for this fight, so he's going to just do this now. He is going to heal her for 2d8 using Healing Touch from the Otherworldly Steed features. One creature within 5.
What does that look like for a giant celestial bear?
It is the silliest thing because he's like charging up because he has 60 feet of movement. So it's like da 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 da, and then a little nose boop right onto Erwina's back because he's got 1 HP in a dream. So he might as well use this ability. She heals for another 9. So it's at least something. 9 back. We'll take it. We use all the hit points in this house.
All right, awesome. Now, Jinjek, is there anything you'd like to do?
I'll touch a bead on my neck and fire up a bless, targeting myself, Erwina, and Polaris.
Okay.
And using the item.
All right.
And then for my free action, bonus action, I will use Mass Healing Word, targeting myself, Erwina, and Polaris. That is not correct. Oh, no, sorry. I have to click on the healing button. And roll.
It looks like it actually figured it out finally.
Oh, yeah, it did. I see the +5. All right, now it's a 3rd level spell, so it heals myself for an additional 3
Okay.
because I'm a life cleric.
So is that the extra 3 that was on there or no? So it did 1d4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3.
I think the extra 3 is for me,
Okay.
but the rest is. Did I roll a 1?
You rolled a 1.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I did. Oh my god. Okay, so everyone, Polaris and all right, everyone gets 6 except for me.
Okay.
Puts me up to 39. But you're blessed, Arena.
Okay. Hashtag blessed over here.
Well, it gives you a saving throw bonus, so that's.
Yeah. No, I've been rolling bad, except for just now.
And that'll be my action for the turn.
Excellent. All right. And then that brings us to our last but not least. Hold on. Why do I see 2 Jinjaks on screen? That's weird. Olivier.
Before getting there, few words in Draconic come out of Olivier's mouth as he is running, and I will activate my Blade Song. +2 to my AC, +10 to my walking speed, +2 to con saves, advantage on acrobatics checks, all the fun wizard spell sword stuff.
All right. And what does that look like? So this is the first time people are starting to see it.
The blade, Cesro's talon, where again the blade itself looks like the wing of a dragon, the handle looking like the mouth left open to grab hold of. As these few words of Draconic come out of his mouth, the blade almost seems to hum and vibrate, leaving like after images of itself around it. And then all of Olivier's body has that same reverberation, almost after images of himself around himself.
Yeah.
And the emerald green dragon eyes stay in that when the blade song is activated.
Excellent. So yeah, as the blade song, as you hear those around you hear what seems to be a similar sound to the beating of a dragon, but at a speed that is almost like a pulsing, like a rapid pulse. Olivier just starts to flicker in reality almost is how it looks as he's just flying, just what looks like flying through the streets at this point. All right. And then that brings us to round 2. I need we'll start with Arowina. Please roll me a d6.
A D6?
Yep.
Like a D6. That's a 6.
All right. Awesome.
You're welcome. I don't think I wanted to roll a 6.
Didn't want to roll a 6.
No.
All right. I'm going to ask
That's how
a
I got a
question.
Goliath.
That's how I got a Goliath. It's also how you renew, spells.
Yeah, recharge. I know what you're doing.
So as that happens, this creature kind of billows up, like it's forming into itself for a moment. And then as it gets ready to erupt, it pauses for a second. I need dexterity rolls from Nier, Kelevar, and Olivier now. As a roar comes from the sky and another crashes down.
That would be a 18.
Okay. Pass.
19 for me.
Pass.
7.
Fail.
Wait, I thought Pendragon rules. You had to roll under.
Nice try.
Ah,
Ooh. It's a lot of 6s. Kelevar, as this, what feels like a missile targeted on your head like a homing beacon, crashes down behind you. or well, on you rather, as you get hit. The other two dodge just barely out of the way. You will take 33 points of fire damage, and the rest of you will take 16. The two of you will take 16 as another one appears. And we'll put him down there. Once again, way too small.
I like him that size. He can't have as many hit points when he's that little.
No, not Anchor. Stop it.
Thanks, Forge. I knew you were on our side
Right.
the entire time.
Where am I looking? Oh, there's my scale. I need the 2 scale. There we go. We feel bigger now. All right. I don't know what I did. I broke it. Anyway, I can figure it out. All right. And then we're going to bring you guys into the fray here at the bottom as well. Make sure everybody can see as you're arriving. Kelevar, poor Kelevar, it's literally put on top of. Maybe it'll let me drag him. Why is it not? What is happening? Oh, that's why. No, that's not right. There it is. Kelevar. There you are. Olivier. Put you closer and then near on that side as well. Kind of farther away as you're running up this main street towards the tavern that exploded. This also rips into the building. The building is on fire next to you. That is over here.
Oh. Real quick, I just thought of something.
Sure.
I would like to have prepared Hellish Rebuke.
Why not?
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be instantly just like 10 points of, well, fire damage to it. So that's going to do a whole hell of a lot.
Fighting fire with fire.
Uh-huh. Starting off real strong here. Owie.
All right. With that, the second one crashes down behind the other party. Now both of them starting to wreak havoc to the town. And that brings us to Erwina. Actually, we'll see where this one goes at, because this one will take the original. Why is it doing that? Oh, that's why. What are we doing, Erwina? You are muted or something happened. Nope. Can anybody else hear? Nope. Okay.
It looks like my mic might have muted itself. 'cause
There
I
you
did
go.
not
Now we
touch
can.
it. I
Now
did
we
not touch it this time. She's going to take 2 swings, which would be a 29 to hit and then
Hits.
a 25.
Hits.
Yeah.
Some beefy
Ah.
swings.
Yeah. We're going to do a normal hit. So that's 10. 10 with the shillelagh force first. The second one does not show that it hit, but I will roll it. 13 for the
Okay.
next one, and we're gonna throw on 2 first level smites because why not?
Okay.
This is what we do. We're a
puts you at
paladin.
23 points so far, so 54
So,
total.
is it a fiend or undead?
No,
I doubt it. Okay. Hey, I have to ask.
It's- perfectly open to ask.
So the first one is 7 radiant damage, and the second one is 8.
15. Okay, you've done 69 points of damage.
Heck yeah, nice.
yeah. Yep.
And,
Polaris?
and Polaris is going to take his good boy swings. He's not really much of a fighter, but he'll try. That's a 12 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. He does nothing. As her bonus action, though, she will drop into starry form, and she will, because why not? We have it from Druid, so she'll use starry form, and she is going to go archer just in case.
Okay. All
End
right.
of turn.
End of turn. Awesome.
The turn that takes forever.
No worries. Near, you're here. You just got lit up by one of the chaos elementals that dropped from the sky. What do you do?
You love to see it. I look ahead at the one that's clearly causing havoc to the building and that my companions are facing off against, but then just over my shoulder is one that is very busily about to body Kelevar. Even though concentration of fire is probably the best means by which we can solve this situation, I also can't abandon the small one, especially in his current state of vomitude. As a result, Far and I will do our thing where we do to the best of our ability to flank Mr. Chaos, and we're going to start seeking to body it with attacks.
All right. Go for it.
Okay. We're going to go physical because I've had problems in the past with Forge, just with how my sheet's set up. I'm going to mute. All right. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
And I'll roll my next 2 because Far is also going to attack just real quick.
And
So
you're
I can
just
get him
getting
on the way.
close. You're just going to be a melee.
It's my thing.
It's your thing. That's why I said you got to be a melee, right? Yep.
Lowest I rolled is a 16, and I got a natural 20 in the mix as well. Does a
Hell
16
yeah.
hit?
There you go. What's that?
Does a 16 hit?
16 does not hit.
See, okay. What about 18?
18 hits.
So between 4 attacks, I miss 1, and gosh darn, why don't I action surge real quick? Because again, fighter, it's what I do.
That's what I do.
It's on the label.
Thank you, advantage. Those were all above 20 as well. I'm going to be real boring and stand on either side of this chaos elemental, and it's like I'm playing ping pong with Far as we just hack, and I'll roll damage if we want to move on to somebody else, and I can get you that number in just a sec.
Sounds good. We'll do that. Kelevar, while Near and Far are just bashing this thing as hard as they can, what are you doing other than getting off your ass?
Probably just kind of stand back up, a little wobbly, just a quick little dry heave, and really stupid idea comes to mind as I do a pelvic thrust and shoot an Eldritch Blast out of my moose codpiece. That was a 25 hit. That's a nat 20.
Heck yeah.
There we go.
Crit from the cod piece.
Crit from
Yeah.
the cod piece.
So is that double
That'll
damage
show
then?
up on a meme. Yes, it's double damage.
Okay. Wow, that's sad, but if it's double damage, then that's going to be a force of 3. Or sorry,
Aw.
6. 6 damage.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a really cool
As
moment.
terrible, but
Eh.
yeah, you know, when you're put on, when you have to perform, you just not enough.
Got it up, couldn't deliver.
Yep, that's what happened. And while that's happening, Near Far, how much did you do as you ping pong this thing while this thing gets shot with a moose codpiece? or buy a moose codpiece.
You're muted.
Yeah, I'm saving some resources just in case the fight turns wild, but in conjunction with the vibes of the moose codpiece, I did do 69 points of force damage.
Nice.
Yes. And because of that
Total
initial
80.
damage, I'm going to use a point of second wind to take some healing back because,
All right.
ouch.
While that's happening, Jinjak, I believe that's you. I have which one is I don't know which one's Jinjak, and then apparently which one is Olivier, because I don't see unless Olivia is not on the map at the moment. She might not be.
I'm right here.
He's on the map. He's
Yeah,
that good at hiding.
Okay.
Jinjak is just southwest of Polaris.
No. In the combat encounter, there's 2 Jinjaks and no Olivier.
Ah,
There's an Olivier.
There is now. I just put it up there. What was the? What did you roll for initiative, Olivia?
I never rolled.
Okay, see,
That was a natural 20 though.
Olivier goes before me. I got a 7 on initiative, just so you know.
okay. Yeah, you have I have a 7 and a 2 up here from you. You said it's a natural 20.
Natural 20 for a
So
total
what
of
it-
22.
All right. So we will say at this point, yeah, if you want to use the power of your dragon to pull through and get in front of Jinjak, you're more than happy to at this point.
I will have Jinjak go before me.
Okay. Jinjak, you're up. And the question is yes, there are people that need healed.
How's Erwina looking?
Erwina's fine. She's pretty much up at full.
All right. And I noticed that Kelevar's freaking far away, though. Kelevar's 60 feet away from me. All right.
If you have to go heal Kelevar, you go for it. I guess I got this.
Oh, stop you. But Erwina, you don't need healing, right?
No, that's why she's like, you can go get Kelevar. Go pick him up off the floor, please.
I'm going to move over to here, sort of midpoint between the two groups. And I'm going to, let's see, item. Sorry, one sec.
You're good.
You guys recall that I did put, in the last game session, you should all have 10 extra health, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Erwina and Nier have an additional 15 beyond that from the 8
Yep.
stuff. So you should have plus 25 before this encounter started. All right, I just wanted to clarify that. All right, I haven't used this before,
Ooh.
but it sounds kind of fun. Kelevar, how are you looking? Are you under 50? No, are you under 50%?
There we go. No. Well, let's see. I did see that you casted a healing word for 10 points earlier. Was that
That's not.
legit, or
No, that was for. I didn't even know you were around. That one was for Arena and that's up to you actually, James.
Okay.
Was he in range?
He was
Healing-
not. What?
Okay.
How big is that healing word?
It was for 9, and it's
okay?
a range of 60 feet.
No, he would not. He would
Yeah,
not
no.
have been in range at the time.
So yeah, I am. I am. If I'm doing my math right, I am at exactly 50%.
All right, never mind then. Okay. Sorry. I'm
No
gonna
worries.
cast this spell. Oh, jeepers! The bad part is I have to drop.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm dropping the bless and I'm putting this
Okay.
up. This is Aura Vitality.
Yeah, this is good.
Make sure you go into your character sheets and turn off bless. If it doesn't turn off automatically.
All right, I have to move a little bit closer to Kelevar. Here, hang on. There we go. It's you within 30 feet? 45. So 15. There we go. Can you get rid of those templates? They're really annoying.
Yeah.
Those circle things.
Yep, I'll get rid of them in a second.
Yeah, they just materialize whenever I do anything. All right, and this is for you, Cal. 15.
Yay.
That's from the aura. And then, Olivia, are you injured?
Just barely. I lost 6 after the temporary hit points.
But you're in range of a touch spell, so I touch a bead, and I'll use the item, the beads of Shantae, and I'll hit Olivier with a cure wounds.
Okay.
That heals you for 8, so you're full now.
Back at full. Let's go.
And sorry about the delay. Now, while this is up, I can heal as a bonus action anyone in range for 2d6. So,
Yep.
Plus my life BS.
And what does that look like? Since this is the first time you've cast this, and this is a very strong life cleric spell, what does Shantae's aura of vitality look like?
Butterflies.
Oh,
A cloud of butterflies swarm around Jinjak's head in an extremely disturbing manner, and then they disperse. And they're all monarch butterflies, so they're black and orange. And whenever someone is touched with the healing aura, the butterflies sort of flutter around them. But butterflies aren't material. If you look at them closely, they're somewhat insubstantial.
awesome.
Butterflies for healing, badgers for harm.
Yes.
That's the quote for the night. Butterflies for healing, badgers for harm.
That's my action.
All right, awesome. That brings us to Olivier.
Yes. If I would like to flank with the wonderful near and far, this position, the position right next to the circle, would that be the best place to be?
So I'm gonna kind of retro this for the rest of it. These things are too big to really be flanked. Like they emanate a understanding. Like they can see all around.
Gotcha. Okay. That's fine then.
Because I don't know if that's what near and far we're doing is flanking. So
Joke's on you. We have the Vex property on our weapon. So
there you go.
That's
See, it doesn't matter. That works too.
I shout into the night, this should count as flanking.
This should this should do exactly what I want it to. Well, I will move 15 feet here. As a bonus action, I'm going to hex this elemental.
Okay.
And in casting a spell with a spell slot of level 1 or higher, I get to teleport 15 feet, which is going to put me over here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to Booming Blade 2 swings into this monstrosity.
Okay. And does the hex just automatically take?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so that. 2 swings. That is a 23 to hit for one and a 21 to hit for the other.
Both hit. Yes.
Okay. If it moves, please inform me so I can roll the extra damage that it takes for moving from Booming Blade.
If it moves, you better inform me because I will forget.
I'll be listening carefully.
Excellent. All right. It is that one's turn, technically, since the other one was the 6 was to bring its friend here.
25 points of thunder damage.
Awesome. That puts you guys almost at bloodied. Actually, he is bloodied.
Oh, +6 from
Okay.
Hex.
Okay. All right. Awesome. He's going to take. Actually, I'm going to have. We'll have. Who's the next one on the list? Olivier. Roll me a d6.
2.
Okay. Awesome. He's going to take 3 swipes. He's going to take. Actually, he's going to do a slam and two swipes. He's going to slam Olivier and then swipe at near and far.
Shield.
Okay.
And I will teleport 15 feet out of its range.
Can you do that as a, or is it automatic no matter if it's...
If it's a first level spell or higher, it automatically teleports me 15 feet.
Okay, so it can. It's not just once a turn.
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool. No worries. He's like, I'm good. I don't want to get hit.
Absolutely not.
All right. And then it's going to be near and far first. Well, yeah, because that one would have actually been the shield. So let's do near first. 14 plus 8. That's a 22.
Full
Okay.
send.
Yep. That's 16 points of bludgeoning.
Ow.
Or of slashing, I mean.
I finally took some damage. Good job.
And then far, he's going to swing again.
Try me.
That's a 20. Same thing. 22.
Gone.
Yeah,
Fully gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
My
My backstory.
And then as a bonus action, he's going to emit, which is anybody within a 10-foot radius around him. You automatically will take 2d8 fire damage for 13.
Well, you finally did some damage.
Finally did some damage.
Glad I teleported 15 feet away.
He sees the... He's like, oh, okay, just far enough.
I see far is gone.
Oh, God. Yeah.
All right. And then that brings us to the beginning of the round. And that will be with the other one, who is going to take 3 swings at Erwina. 1 slam and 2 claw. It's going to be... oh, yeah, that's going to hit.
Yep, that hits.
That is the...
Save the number for the group.
9 plus 14
Chat,
points
your
of
AC.
14 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to roll both of these to see what the claws do. It's not 20 total. So the lowest is an 18.
18 misses. The
Okay.
other one hits.
Other one hits. Okay. That's gonna
AC
be,
19, baby.
That's going to be 13 slashing.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to break out a calculator. 1 moment. I'm still up.
Okay. And then the last thing it's going to do is the 2D. Make sure I did that one right. 2D10, I believe. $2d8. That's what it was. No. No, it was 2d10. I was right. That's going to be 10 points of fire, but I know you said you're resistant. Or
No, I'm
cold.
resistant to cold.
Okay.
The cold never bothered me anyway,
Yep.
and I will save my spell slots for smite slots.
And that will be an additional 10 points of fire damage.
Yeah. Ooh, she's getting a little rocked over here, but girl's still digging in her heels and is gonna
keep going.
The dragon has boosted you to the point where you are technically the next one on the list, Olivier.
Yay. How far is Arowina? Oh, wrong tool. Too far. Okay. These things were these things summoned by the Chardalyn dragon, or are these after effects of its breath weapon?
It's after effects of whatever's kind of like breaking off of it,
Okay.
from what you can tell. The Chardalyn dragon didn't even get close to Bryn Shander. These were like meteors coming from the sky, crashing into the ground.
Gotcha. Is this something that I've received any information or training on from the Arcane Brotherhood in regards to the dragon?
Give me a history, and it's going to be a high one.
You got it. Absolutely not. No, mine's not on it. That was like a 9 total.
Yeah, no.
All right.
I'm happy to give the opportunity, but yeah, no, that this would be a you would have had to be in certain circles at certain times, discussions.
Yeah.
For all you know, it's Chardalyn dragon poop.
Yeah, it might just be that, and I just have to accept that is the truth in this moment, and that is how these things are going to be. Well, there's no time like the present to get rid of a absolute problem. So for my bonus action, I'm going to also put a Hexblade's Curse on the elemental that me, Far, and Kelevar have been fighting.
So it has a second curse now, or it has a curse and a hex.
Yep. I crit on 19s or 20s. I get plus 3 additional points of damage to it. And if it dies, I get 7 HP.
Nice.
And I will just move back up on it again and take 2 swings once more.
Okay.
19 and a 17.
Both hit. Well, 17 meets.
That's 12. Uh, 44 points of damage.
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
wow. All right. What's this at? Okay. Awesome. Yeah, you rip into this thing, like pulling the fire and the cold away from its body. It starts to flicker and shift and pull itself back together. This screech of heavy, just pain, radiates throughout the streets. Some people are to the point where people are grabbing their ears and holding it as it's so loud. But yeah, this is. And even with just the anger of it thrashing and stuff, it'll rip through another piece of that tavern or that house right there next to it, just sending wood and stone and what looks to be like a makeshift shingle set just across the ground. But it is angry and it is
And all
hurting.
of the fire that I'm rending off of it with Cesro's Talon, the light coming from the fire, you can see more of the emerald dragon scales are like building up around
The neck.
Olivier's neck as more and more he is tapping into Cesro's gifts.
Okay.
That's cool.
Excellent. Awesome. Erwina, as we have our warlock just pulling from his patron with every swipe, what is our star druid / paladin of Icewind Dale doing?
I think she's just gonna try and channel as much of the primal force of Icewind Dale through her as she can. And she's gonna try and hit with a shillelagh. That'll be a 19 to hit, and we're
Hits.
just gonna roll it all one sets of damage together. We're gonna drop a 3rd level smite on that. We're gonna throw a little stank. Because she is hurting. So first damage, so that'd be 7.
We see it.
7.
Okay.
And then we'll do the smite at 3rd level, because why the heck not? Where is my smite button? 3rd usability. Yeah, usability. Let me do it. For 26 radiant.
Ooh.
As she is like forcing the primal energies of Icewind Dale to try and correct this aberration in its natural order. Not aberration as in, from another plane, but
Right.
an aberration in general. And she's
The
going to take a
anomaly.
2nd attack.
Awesome.
For a dirty, unwashed 20.
Hits.
And on that one, we'll drop a 2nd level smite, because we should save some smites for later. But she feels like she is running low health-wise compared to earlier. Usability. For another 10. And then the regular... Did she roll regular damage for that 2nd attack? No, she did not.
No.
So normal. So that was just just 20 damage with her quarterstaff. And then Polaris is gonna do what Polaris is gonna do, and he's gonna try and bite, but he's not. He's a lover, not a fighter. For 17.
17 still hits.
Heck yeah. It do normal damage. For 9. Just a
9
nice little
points.
chomp at the heels.
Brings him to 137. All right, yeah, they're both sitting at bloodied. As this happens, you can see once again the fire spreading across this home, eating what looks like just eating at the materials themselves, barreling through. It's continuing to spread over and over. You don't know if anybody's in there or not. At this point, you're not sure if it's worth looking. But you can't hear anything over just the whipping and twisting of fire just warping around you. And that's going to bring us to...
One moment. I do have another bonus action. I just want to see if it's in range.
Sure.
No, it's just outside of range. Darn.
Okay.
I can't archer form just to shoot behind me blindly, which just would have been baller.
Right.
That's okay.
And oh yeah, we've already done that one. All right, Nier, you're up. You're muted.
For drama, I took the last blow as best I could, and as I wipe blood from my mouth, I look over at Olivier, and I look off to the left of Olivier, and I shout in his direction, but also as a means of summoning, "We're not done with this yet!" And Far pops up so that he's on the other side of me, so Olivier is once again surrounded by near lookers. And after 3 swings, one of which misses, I just have to assume with how low it was, I do an additional 32 points of force damage, and I do an additional 6 points of thunder damage, and I need the Chaos Elemental to make a Constitution saving throw. and
Okay.
the rapier is just swinging in and out from both sides once again.
So you said 30. How much points total? 36 plus
38.
38.
Yeah.
Because I got to do math.
And that last attack that I did was like louder than my attacks have ever been.
Yeah. Thundering or booming?
Thundering.
Nice. With the thundering strike, we're going to, let's see here. We need what? You said you need a. Is it
Con
considered?
save, please.
Is it considered a magic? Right.
Nope. This is a this is a feature, like my background feat.
Advantage on saving throws against spells and other. So it's not a magical effect.
Once per melee attack, range attack. Nope, just an additional effect.
Okay.
Mwahaha.
Failed.
Cool. You have disadvantage on all attack rolls until the start of my next turn.
That's probably a good thing.
Should have done that last time.
Yeah. So that thunder, that reverberation of sound just booms throughout the entirety of the area. But what it does is it makes it so that this creature can't fully form and swing properly. Kelevar, you're up. Jinjak, you're on deck, and the elemental will go.
Cool. I'm going to do Magnify Gravity at 3rd level.
Oh.
It needs a con save of 13.
All right. Since it is magical, it will be at advantage, but we'll see. Let me see. And this is you said con?
Mm-hmm.
He just got a 12.
Cool. So, one moment. So, with that, just Kelevar just kind of does another quick little dry heave, and then does it like another like a little moose head cod piece, like bob at the crotch, and causes the elemental to just kind of just get squashed a little bit for 13 points of damage. And their speed is cut in half until the end of their next turn.
Yeah, so as you push this thing to the ground, you see it starting to tear at itself apart. The whatever the core is can't hold on. It's just holding on by just threads of flame. We're going to, with that, Jinjak, you're up. The elemental is on deck.
Arena looks like she's hurting, so let's see. On 50 feet, I'll move 15. I'll move over towards Arena. Okay, there was a mistake made on the way. Sorry, Aura Vitality. It's not a bonus action, it's an action. So just assume I hit Olivier with a healing word.
Okay.
All right? And I
Sounds
can
good.
do robot if you want to see if, like, this is from last round.
It's fine.
It's fine? Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
We'll say that with you casting that spell for the first time, Shantae gave you a little bit of extra blessing.
Right. So I'm maintaining I'm using concentration to maintain the aura.
Okay.
So this is not a cast, it's an effect.
Okay.
And I'm, where is it? Aura Vitality. But I can't just heal. Sorry, it has to pop up, unfortunately.
Nope, I got it.
But here's the healing, and this is targeting Arena.
Okay.
I heal you for 13.
Oh, thank you.
And then this is also targeting Arena. I will use, for my bonus action, a healing word. That heals you for 9.
We're back up. So good. Thank you.
And that, and I heal myself for 3. I think that's how it works. Because of my weird life card, yeah, from the
Okay.
aura.
Yep.
As Erwina feels Jinjack's magic like wash over her. There was a moment where she's like, I don't know if I can get through.
Butterflies! Butterflies!
Yeah, the next round of 3 attacks and a burn by myself. Good God, I'm gonna do it by myself. Because the boys are all doing boy day down there. And there's no girls for girls day over here. Anyway, but then she feels like Jinjack's like ground, not only Jinjack's butterflies and magic, but like that grounding backing force, and she just digs in her heels and is like, okay, we can go one more round. We got one more round.
All right. And with that, the other elemental, still flickering itself, just holds on, and it's going to. We're going to try one more time. This one will be who's next? Oh, Sam, roll me a d6, please.
3.
3. All right. Still no luck for me, but that's fine. He's going to take once again three attacks. This one is going to be the slam against Olivier, and then the 2 swipes. Actually, do I have reach? Oh, I do have reach. Never mind. I'm going to slam Calavar and then swipe at Olivier and Nier.
Shield be 15 feet, not there.
Okay. First attack's going to be against Calavar.
Oh,
That is a 10 against Calavar.
that almost was a natural 20, though.
And then, so I'm guessing, trying to hold itself together as it brings both of its hands together and just kind of slams down. It's like being engulfed in what would be the idea of a hurricane. Like you just got placed in the middle of the eye and nothing hits you. And it kind of pulls its hands up. And then it's going to do a backhand towards Nier. That is a 25 to hit.
That hits at least once.
At least once. And that is 18 points of slashing damage.
I'm doing great. We're fine.
And then the 3 of you will take an additional 10 points of fire.
That's less great.
I'm not there.
Yeah.
And
Gotta
Far's
use those
gone again.
abilities.
Far's gone again.
Thanks.
All right. And with that, you start to see that flicker. You can see the core inside it, this large piece of bluish or black and blue metal holding this together. Probably the size of almost, I could almost say almost the size of Calavar, like a 2 to 3 foot large rock in between this thing. And then you said, and then Polaris goes with you, correct, Erwina?
Yeah, and he
Okay.
did a
And he already did his thing, which means we go back to the beginning of the round with the other fire elemental. And then who has not rolled yet today? Chris, roll me a d6. Give me my reroll. Or give me my reset.
Let's get a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep, no reset. But that's okay, because what this creature sees is a piece of Chardalyn, and it knows that if it gets close to the Chardalyn, it will get larger. So it is going to do a glide, which is its only ability that it has outside of what it's doing. And it is going to streak across towards the other one to consume the Chardalyn creature itself. So I need dexterity checks from Erwina, Polaris. Let me make sure. Hold on. Ooh, that's a close one. Give me the character. No, give me the character. Erwina, Polaris. That's it.
Okay. Dexterity saving throws?
Yes, please.
Okay. Normal. Yeah, Polaris fails and probably we'll go Poof of Starlight. Dexterity for Erwina is, there we go.
Ooh, it's gonna be a hard one.
Yeah, Erwina also fails.
So both of you will take 13 points of fire damage as this thing consumes its and grows, and you see it kind of erupt about outward and expands past where the building is. The fire is starting to catch some building, and the building is burning quickly away. You now have a creature probably a good 15 to 20 feet tall, wide enough to take up an entire entire street, as it is burning through this place, ready to cause as much havoc as it can.
As it passed Erwina, though, did it provoke an attack of opportunity?
You know what? I will allow it.
Okay. We'll do a shillelagh. Normal. 26 to hit. And you know
6
what?
hits.
If only I was a Hexblade Warlock, that would have been a crit, which would have been juicy. But we're going to drop that third level. Smite. It's smite o'clock somewhere. And Divine Smite. We're going to do a third level. Drink them while you got them. So that'll be on the smite, a 22 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then her, we're not doing a second divine smite. What are you talking about? And 6 force.
Awesome.
So 28.
Excellent. Yeah, with those together, they erupt together, explode. Everybody in that, as they hit each other, there's going to be a detonation. I need everybody to roll me dexterity saves. But we're going to do that next episode because that's where we're picking up. So we'll see you guys. See you guys next episode for that one. Thank you all for joining. What's up?
Does Bryn Shaner get a lair action, full-blown riot in the wake of Polaris exploding into starlight?
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll find out next episode. As we continue our journey in Icewind Dale and the chaos that is coming from this terrible creature known as the Shardolin Dragon. Thank you all for joining us for episode 50 of Dress to Quest. And the amazing amount of audience within the crew is awesome. I'm so thankful that everybody's come to hang out with us tonight. Real quick, we're going to go around the circle because I'm not the only person here. Everybody else is doing amazing things around the community. Let's let them all tell you where they're going to be at this week. And we're going to start once again with Idly.
Hi, I'm Idly. I have too many projects to talk about them all. But next week will be Hit Me With Your One Shot on Sunday, I believe. Where we will be playing D&D 5.5 Oops, all third party, where we're going to torment a DM who may or may not be in the chat right now, with wonderful third party creations and monsters that we have built. I will be playing the ghoul from Fallout with Valdra's Gunslinger, so show up to watch me do my worst Walton Goggins impersonation. So I just gotta talk without moving my mouth. I think that's the secret. Anyway, and then on Tuesday next week, not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday, we will be doing Girls Gone Wasteland. We had to postpone last episode because I had some pretty extreme back pain. But we're going to be picking up on our Femmes and Thems trip through the post-apocalyptic Joshua Tree, in which currently they're outrunning or trying to outrun an EMP storm, and there might be a monster hiding in the signal waves. So tune in for that. Even if you haven't seen an episode, it's going to be an interesting one.
Glad to be able to join tonight. Thank you, rest of the team, for leaving that space open for me. I am Dungeon Samster across most socials, and we have a Candela Obscura campaign going on right now that I'm sure James is going to bring up. But yet, just yesterday, we filmed, I believe, the finale episode, which you'll be able to see in a couple of weeks. In the background, we're in the process now of working on another thing that James was undoubtedly going to bring up, a Pendragon RPG series that we're all getting very excited for, and we want you to share in that with us. I am beginning work production-wise on side stories to support the inevitable start of Night of the Worm Season 2, our World of Darkness story, melding both Vampire the Masquerade and Werewolf the Apocalypse. We're very excited to continue our story in the Pacific Northwest. And later this month, both James and I will be attending GaryCon. So if you're going to be at that event and you want to say hi to a couple of knuckleheads, keep an eye out for us.
Hello, I am Humphrey Wendell Wickham, but you can find me across the internet under the handle of Humphrey's Chaos Corner, anywhere and everywhere as I'm rebranding. This Thursday, I'm actually going to be filming a Billy Mays mock commercial for Only Cloaks. It started off as a joke. I haven't really shared it with anyone, but we're going to be filming that on Thursday. See how well editing goes. And on the 23rd of this month, I'll be doing the one-shot here on Dress to Quest, known as The Flames Within. So we're still looking for one more player at least for that. If anyone would like to hit us up, join perhaps, if no one else does. So that's all I got.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ark, or Arc-Light Court, your Gridmaster, Lighthouse Keeper, Lore Rider, Beacon onto all beacons. This week, we're going to be talking more about the games that we've created in Pocket World Anthologies, my collection of mini TTRPGs, alongside Heroes, a tokusatsu TTRPG that you can find at my website, arclightcourt.com. Next week, you can catch Power Rangers Solaris Voyagers on my channel on Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then the week after that, I get to appear here once again as the Red Ranger, as Power Rangers Guardians of the Grid will return on the 22nd or 23rd, one of the two. I'll double check my calendar, but I'll return as Dalor, the Red Edonian Dragon Ranger, with the rest of the crew, and I'm super excited for that. Anything else you want to keep up to date with me or buy any of my TTRPG books, you can find them at arclightcourt.com.
Just some art. Let's see. There's the here's the spa scene. Here's Humphrey getting a massage. Then there's Erwina and Jinjak riding a bear. And this one I didn't get to finish. I was showing Nier and company fighting against the chaos thingy. Yeah, but I'm sorry, get done. I was gonna have Kelevar in the foreground, moose thrusting, but can't finish it.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris, for everything. This is this has been such an awesome opportunity to just tell stories with all of our friends, but to have the ability to have somebody who is actually crafting our work with all the things we're doing is just above and beyond impressive, and couldn't thank you enough for it.
It's like courtroom drawing.
It really is, and it's really good courtroom drawing. Here at the Misfits, we do have a lot going on. Keep an eye on all the social medias. I'm not going to go over it all tonight, but make sure that you come back. This week is packed. If you are curious about anything when it comes to reviews or Kickstarters, this week we're loaded. Tomorrow we are doing a special report with Bunny and Zane Daniels on their newest Kickstarter, Druscara. Wednesday, we're going to have them back in the tavern. And then Friday, we're doing a special report with the Dragon Riders Primer from Goodman Games. And then, of course, we have all the other projects that Sam and I had already mentioned. I'm not going to go over all those again. But yeah, come hang out with us. We have something going on almost every single night this week. We'd love to have you here. If you aren't a part of the community, you definitely need to join it. Come over to our Discord, hang out, have fun, and see all the crazy things that we're doing. And like he said, if you're going to be at GaryCon, come see a couple of knuckleheads because we're going to be out there having some fun. Until then, please stick around real fast as we raid some friends. But as well, keep warm and enjoy a good beverage. And we'll see you guys all next week, or in 2 weeks, the next episode of Dressed Quest, which is being ran by Humphrey.
Yeah.
Where's my thing to turn off?